It's barely recognizable at this point, but just a few short years ago, this field was home to a 9-hole golf course. Closing its doors in the late 2010s, this country club and inn, along with its 2,100 yards of green space, have fallen into a state of decay. After years of being left unsecured, vandals and teenagers have had their way, destroying this once pristine clubhouse. Now, before it's gone for good, join me as I go inside and see what remains. Alright guys, I have a lot to show you today. Now we're going to start things out upstairs in the guest rooms. Wait, what? There's guest rooms at a golf course? Yeah, that's right. Just a little bit weird in my opinion. Now right away you have an old abandoned John Deere machine. I guess they just couldn't be bothered to take it with them. Now I'm here today with my good exploring partner Urbex Dave, and I'll put his links down below. Be sure to go watch his videos and check out his channel. Now, a fun fact for you, way back in the 1890s, this place was actually a farm. It didn't become a golf course until about 60 years later, but you'll still see some remnants of the farm later in the video. Now here we have our first guest room, and you can just see these places are absolutely mangled. I mean, the wall has been busted out, the insulation's all over the place, there's wood beams on the floor. I mean, these kids had a great time, they just came in and completely trashed it. So I guess this would have been the bedroom. I mean, it's really small. I mean, you couldn't have more than 2 people in here maximum. And pretty much all the rooms are like this, just very cramped. Definitely just for practicality, not spacious or luxurious by any means. Now here's the bathroom. What you'll notice is the kids either, kicked or punched a hole through the wall, and you can see into the next room. Kind of funny. So yeah, let this set the tone for the rest of the guest rooms. I think there's about 9 or 10 in total, and they all look like this. So I'll show you a couple more really quickly, but you'll soon get the idea that they're all more or less completely trashed with nothing left behind. Nothing of interest at least. So I'll show you next door, and this one's honestly in even worse condition. I mean, oh man, like the walls are completely destroyed. Almost no furniture. And you can once again see into the room behind it. Just madness. I mean, there's no salvaging this. It would take a lot of money to repair. So I'll quickly show you 2 more rooms, and you get the idea by now, right? Just like crap all over the floor, everything scattered about. That's how they all look. Now you've got a round picnic table and some sort of hut over there in the distance. Don't know what that is. And then back along this corridor, you've got several more guest rooms and a hallway which actually leads into the pro shop. We'll go there next. You've got your back patio down there, and that could hold up to 80 people at one time back in the day. Great spot for live music, drinking, good stuff. You've got some old satellite dishes for TV. And there's that room we saw before once again. So a very unexpected thing happened here. I was about to enter into the hallway that leads down into the pro shop and the locker area. Now when I entered the door, I noticed there were 2 birds that were flying around inside the hallway. I guess they were trapped inside. So I was pausing a lot here, trying to duck, avoid getting hit. And thankfully I didn't, but the birds were trapped inside for quite a few minutes. You'll see one of them right now, there it is. So I'm going to run into the next room really quickly. And there's another one. I'm still ducking, still avoiding getting hit. And there you go. See you, buddy. At least he made it out. So this would have been where you come in after golfing. You come in here, go to the locker area, go to the pro shop, get an ice cream cone, that kind of stuff. But as you can see, once again, the kids came in here, took all the clubs, and they just went crazy with the walls. Everything here is just absolutely trashed and smashed to smithereens. Alright, so now I'll show you the locker area and the pro shop. And this is one of my favorite parts of the entire Explore, just very cool to see it in this state. So you come into this room and there's your lockers. Now some of them are actually in pretty good condition still. They're just obviously empty, they've all been opened up. And you can see all the golf bags scattered across the floor. There's the window, which has been, the frame has been pulled out of the wall. Now, if you want Ben and Jerry's, there you go. This place has got your back. And this is the pro shop. So if you want to buy, a new pair of gloves, some balls, some tees, this would be the place to do it. Unfortunately, it's also in very bad condition. The glass has been smashed on the counter. You've got a little fridge there for ice cream and that kind of stuff. Now, excuse the blurring. There is some stuff here that would reveal the location, so I'm being very careful here. That is a tee-off time booklet from May of 2010 for the club. And look at this, I also found a couple membership cards from the specific club. It's weird because this is a pay-as-you-play course. This isn't a place where you would sign up for like an annual membership, so I don't really know why they have those cards. I guess just for day passes? It beats me. And over here is a groundskeeping booklet, is what it seems like, at least to me. There's stuff about fertilizer, maintaining your grounds. Like you'll see right here, there is a fertilizer guide. So I guess the managers just looked at this, to keep the greens in tip-top shape. And over here, you've got a bulletin board with all the current events, the music, that kind of stuff that's going on at the club. Very sad to see it in this shape, honestly. Like, imagine how it would have looked just, in 2016, back when this place was still operational. It would have been flawless. And it's just completely gone to crap. Now, like I said earlier, this place used to be a farm back in the 1890s up until the 1950s. Well, this would have been, I guess, your barn at some point back in the day. And now it seems like it's just being used for storing, things from the inn and other random items that just aren't being used at the moment. Now, golfing was the main reason to come here back in the day, but you could also come and actually pay $10 to park here and then go to these hiking trails that are very close by the property. So you can go there, do your thing, hike the trails, and then come back afterwards, go to the pub, play some mini golf, even do a full 9-hole game if you're not tired already. So it's a very diverse property with lots of purposes, lots of reasons to come here. So in here, we just got some leftover things, some hutches, some night tables, some mirrors, bed frames, that kind of stuff. I guess all of this would have been either in the guest rooms or in the banquet hall at some point. And we'll see the banquet hall very soon, actually. That's one of my favorite parts of the entire Explore. Got a mattress. Now, I didn't see any signs of squatters here. I don't think anybody has been living here after it closed down. And if they were, they did a good job of covering it up. So just walking outside, I came across a couple of random electronics in the grass. I got like a VCR, there's a boombox there. Kind of random, just sitting here in the grass. Now, when I was here in March of 2020, this golf cart was sitting upright. But I guess the kids came back again, and what did they do? They knocked it on its side, because that's so cool, right? Well, at least they had fun. So as you can see, the yard is completely overgrown, hasn't been maintained in years. I guess that would have been like a back patio for drinks and whatever. And look at the roof of the barn, just crazy. I guess the strong winds and just natural decay are, slowly eating away at the shingles. And it'll be completely ripped off soon. So there we have a small little white farmhouse. I'm way too lazy to walk through that tall grass, so I'm gonna fly you over there right now. As you can see, just a bunch of junk. I see like a basketball net. I see some lawnmowers. Obviously some golf related stuff. A couple of those carts. It's very weird, like a little fenced off section just with a bunch of crap left behind. I guess maybe this might have been some sort of either tennis court or some other like recreational space, but it's almost impossible to tell in this state. And then over there is the farmhouse. I did poke my nose in there back in March. It's gutted. There's nothing in there except animals. I don't want to really hang out with them. Alright, moving on to the Irish pub. Probably the coolest part of this entire place. So we're starting out here with your front patio, which would have had a lot more seating back in the day. And then you have a pool room, which is separate from the rest of the pub. So it's kind of isolated, which is kind of nice if you want to just play pool in privacy, away from all the drunk idiots inside. You've got a couple golf caddies left behind. It's a pretty spacious room. Like you could easily fit, 10 people in here comfortably. Some spectators and some players. And there's a sneak peek of the pub. We'll get into there right now. Now this is kind of a unique observation. I noticed these two mirrored things. That one is completely destroyed. But this one is in perfect shape. And the flower is still left behind. Alright guys, let's go into the pub. So starting out on the left side, we have this like dining gathering area with your ugly red paisley carpet. That railing wasn't destroyed when I was here in March. So once again, the kids came and did even more damage, as if there wasn't already enough. Now, when I was here last time, there were more cushions on these seats. There were more seats in general. They've all kind of just disappeared and gone missing. You've got some nice exposed wood beams. And I like the wainscoting too on the walls. Very, very nice. So now we'll go towards the actual bar area. Oh, Coors Extra Gold. I'm a banquet guy myself, but I'm sure that's good as well. Now you have a storage shelf for, straws, vinegar, that kind of stuff. And here's your actual bar. Very nice. I love the woodwork. Now scattered all over the counter and the floor are all these Irish CDs, because it is an Irish pub, right? You gotta have the right tunes. Simply Ireland. You got an old radio there. And yeah, more CDs. There's tons of them all over the place. Some binders and computer stuff, I guess. Just, once again, completely destroyed. There's actually quite a few glasses left behind. Alright, now for my personal favorite part of the entire explore, which is the Banquet Hall. Now this place is 2,500 square feet, and it can hold up to 200 people at a time. And they hosted a bunch of parties here. Thanksgiving, Christmas, weddings, obviously birthdays too. I think this funky hat says it all right here. So a bunch of stuff left behind, a bunch of, boxes, decorations from different events. The floor had a bunch of sticky gunk all over it. I was trying to not ruin my shoes here. Tons of shelving, plates, cutlery. I really like the stone flooring too. That's perfect for an Irish pub. Alright, let's check out the bar, shall we? Now one thing with this place is they really did not skimp out on the woodwork anywhere. All these really intricate patterns just adds a nice extra touch. We got an old piano here with some nice decay. Let's go behind the bar here. What's on the menu? Oh, chicken burger. That sounds good. Yeah, nothing left here. No drinks. I checked all the fridges. Looks like a printer there. And there's a couple drink fridges. You would have had your liquor bottles up there, I guess. More storage space. And you've got another old piano over here. This one's cooler in my opinion. I bet that thing hasn't been tuned in years. I'm sure it sounds like complete crap now. I like the decay on the keys too. So yeah, some more tables which would have been used back in the day. It looks like clothing or blankets. I don't even know what that is. Some towels. This room was a huge mishmash, as you can obviously tell. Now we'll go into the kitchen area. What does that sign say? Staff only? I don't think so. Not today. So back here was really creepy. It was dark. It was damp. Really dingy. Floor was covered in, dirt and crap. You've got your industrial kitchen with some nice stovetops. Floor was covered in garbage. Got like a fuse box there. So I guess the chef would have passed food out through this window here and put the overflow there on those shelves. Got your sinks, whatever. Deep fryer maybe. And what's in there? Oh, disgusting. Oh, man. Sour cream from 2017. I dare you to try that. That's disgusting. There's like some barbecue sauce in there too. No thanks. No thanks. So back here is more storage. Got some fridges with a bunch of gunk and mold on them. Now guys, I was wearing a mask. Don't worry. That's very important. I would never go in a place like this without a mask. I value my lungs too much. Back here is even more storage. And ew, there's a pile of orange, looks like vomit on the floor. Back here was a nice surprise. There's a couple old TVs, and I'll show you them right now. But first I gotta maneuver across all this gunk and garbage. These tables are like disintegrating below me. I was stepping on them and they were literally collapsing with each step I took on them. And there you go, some old CRT TVs. I like that one in the back especially. Probably mid-50s, something like that. And yeah, a bunch of tables, whatever, just a bunch of random stuff left over. I gotta carefully maneuver across this again. Got your cold storage area with a spider web, which I tried to focus on, couldn't do it. There's a better one later in the video. And what do we have back here? This is more, not so much food, but just other golf-related stuff. I think I saw a toaster oven there. What do we have? Just more like maintenance stuff, oil, whatever. You got an RC car there. It's kind of cool, kind of unique. And down here we have some paint, some buckets, some video. What is that? Little Big Planet. And I have no clue. Some zombie shooting game. No idea. Yeah, paint buckets. We've got, looks like a big fire extinguisher. Some exit lights. Christmas lights. And more of those old cash registers too. Some old phones. Golf bags. Very unusual. I would like to know how this place looked back when it was actually maintained and organized, because it just seems like a big mishmash right now. And I guess once again, you can obviously thank the stupid kids for that. They just come in here and destroy everything. There's a speaker shell right there. That was probably used quite frequently in the pub. Alright, so that is the kitchen. And the part you've all been waiting for, the bathrooms. It's okay, there's more than just that, but that's one of the last things we'll see here. So this is kind of like a back hallway behind the pub, and once again, it's more storage areas. That's a nice painting, but the kids smashed it. When I was here last time, there was actually a dart going into the picture. So this is another storage area. It's funny, my dad actually had the exact same laptop. You got some more drink fridges. You've got a lawn gnome right there. Maybe he was used for the mini golf course. Power, just fuse boxes. There's that gnarly spider web I was mentioning. There you go. So yeah, not much back here. More fridges, whatever. Now I did a bad job showing it here, but there is quite a bit of mold on the wall. And it's going to just get worse over time, I can imagine. Now this was really cool. Check this out. An old piano with a nice painting. It's weird, like considering all the vandalism in the entire place, for some reason this piano was spared. It's in like perfect condition. And there's the fuse box room once again. This is such a minor thing, but I was kind of impressed with the bathrooms. Considering this place closed 4 years ago, it looks like it's as if the place never closed down. It just looks like, an average day. I'm just walking in 2014 and, going to use the bathroom. It looks like it's ready to go, minus all those water bottles, that is. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much the entire pub/banquet hall area. So now I'm going to go out this green door, which has had its glass shattered, like pretty much all the glass here. And we're back once again at the old John Deere machine. And there's your golf course out there in the distance. And that's it. Here we are, right back at square one. Alright guys, that's going to wrap this one up. What was your favorite part of this epic explore? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep exploring.